So part 2, we're going to be using this chalk and we're going to begin our barn and sheep drawing skills on.
Maybe some fluffy clouds. We don't know.
A windmill.
We're just going to go for it and start marking it up.
Alright, Zeb, I need you walk me through how to draw a barn. So what do I start with first when I'm drawing a barn?
So you want to just start with the square.
Okay, so...
That'll be the front of your barn. I would go light with the chalk. Now if you want it to have any kind of dimension, just
You're
go
supposed
out
to be
like
telling
this.
me.
Like so, straight line down, put your roof on.
The roof comes...
Okay.
And then this one goes...
It just would go parallel to that. And then you want that line up there to be the same as this here. Like you want it to angle up. So it goes back. You want this line to match that one.
Okay, so this one needs to go up.
Yes.
Okay, and then we have like a weather vane.
A weather vane. I'm gonna do the windmill. We'll do the windmill up here.
What should be on the top of my weather vane? A chicken. That's my chicken weather vane. You have to draw all this in, so.
This windmill is going to be more just like a flower.
All right, the barn door is open. That's why it's got a cross there.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right, your barn's looking good. I like it. I like it.
And that's a chicken.
There's my windmill. All right, so we had some good chipping right along here where the two paints met. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put some trees and some bushes. I'm gonna start drawing some sheep while Jamie puts those where we want them. We're gonna draw some fat little fluffy sheep right here.
Yeah, I just
more of an oval. I think just 2 of them is fine.
I want lots of sheep.
Round little head. Maybe more down. 2 little legs.
Do we need some trees down here?
We need something down here.
What kind of trees? Like, these are kind of big. Can we do little trees or?
Yeah, like little small bushes. So I would just, like that. And the closer we come, so like all the stuff up here on the horizon needs to be smaller, and this needs to get bigger.
Oh, okay, so we need bigger sheep.
Sure.
Is there something wrong with my sheep drawing?
Nope. It's looking great. I don't think we can really mess this up.
That's good. If anybody could, we could.
Yeah.
So if I want to do a tree here, I'd do like a bigger tree?
You're going crazy with your trees. Like, just do like a little line. Trees don't have big trunks or big limbs like that. You want them bushy, like a round ball more.
Like that?
Yeah. Like, they don't really have a lot of definition like that. If you look at them from a distance, they're more...
Like that?
Sure.
And then we need like a little fence that comes across here.
So your fence needs to just be real light. Like, you just want to do like the posts, and you run the posts where you want them, and then if you want like a little, you just come in with your paint.
I'm gonna have a baby sheep right here.
Do you want the fence to run down in front? So as you get closer, like, your fence poles get bigger too. So we can run them up the hill here.
Okay.
So we just kind of want, when you're doing clouds, you just kind of want the rough shape of them. You don't want to. Yeah, there you go.
So for the artwork, we're using DIY paint because it is perfect for artwork. It's thick, it's clay-based, you can build up texture, and I really love it. And it also blends really well. So we have Little Black Dress, Layered Chocolate, Fancy Farm Girl, Apothecary, White Swan, and some Petticoat Pink for flowers. Should I just paint it and then come back and do that?
Yeah, paint it like a base color, and then you'll want to come back and put your details on.
I'll have to remember where they were.
It shouldn't be super hard. And I am gonna see what I can do with some of these trees. So we've got our paper plate palette down here. I'm just gonna take some Fancy Farm Girl and then
I feel like Fancy Farm Girl is fitting.
Mix in some Apothecary. And then I'm also gonna pull some white up on here. And we'll see what we get. Probably not the right brush, but we're going with it anyway.
We never claimed to be high, like...
So I'm gonna kind of do the same thing I told Jamie. I'm gonna put the base color on. And then I'll come back in and add highlights. Ooh, I'm gonna need more paint. But I mixed a little white in there already because I didn't want it to be a solid Fancy Farm Girl color. And it's not much. I mean, you can see it on the brush. I feel like I've gone back to Art 101. It's been so long.
I never took art, so my art is completely subjective.
I took lots of art, but I didn't do a lot of painting. I did stuff with like charcoal and colored pencils, and then I got into digital, which didn't go very far because we had 2 kids and I went back to work.
I took 0 art. Like the last time I did any kind of art was in like elementary school.
Oops, too much white.
So it's amazing that I can even paint, but sometimes I feel like the fact that I didn't take art actually helps me because I break the rules a lot and kind of had my own, I don't know, have my own style. I think that people don't do art because they're worried they're gonna mess up, and art is subjective. You just gotta get in there and see what you like.
All right, now I've got the Apothecary just on the tip of the brush, and I'm just gonna come in and give it some little more dimension.
Okay, so when I'm painting, you'll notice that I'm painting the way the boards would go, so I'm getting some lines and texture built up, and I even have a line of texture like right here. So even though I haven't necessarily used a different color yet, you're seeing the edges of my piece. I'm gonna do the same thing up here, and then I'm gonna come down and I'm gonna go up and down. I think it'll look cool.
All right, so I got my tree. I smudged this a little with my fingers before it dried out, just because I didn't want any like real lines. And Jamie's got this trunk down here, but I'm gonna I've got...
You don't like my trunk?
I wasn't loving it. So I've got some layered chocolate mixed in with just a touch of Fancy Farm Girl. And I'm just gonna take the edge of my brush. And that's it, I'm done. So I would just change the shade enough so that you can see a difference between the wall. And sure, there you go, perfect. Beautiful.
Step away.
I love it. I love it. Don't do anything else.
Okay, but I'm
doing more Apothecary here, and then I'm gonna smear it. And then I'll do another trunk down here.
All right, so I need to do some more shading. Where else do I shade on this bottom part? Do I shade over here?
I would honestly just do like some really, really like light gray lines to kind of simulate your wood. And maybe one right here on the corner where your edge of your barn is. There you go.
I think that looks weird.
Smear them a little. Smudge them. You don't want it to be super perfect, right? I'm a little nervous about these sheep.
Why are you nervous about sheep?
We'll see. We'll see how they go.
I like to have flowers, so we're gonna just come back with the end of my brush and polka dots some on there. Done.
So I went with more of a rounded brush. These are just the Crafter's Choice brushes that we've been using in our videos. And I'm just gonna swirl it on there.
Well, the good thing about swirling is it adds some
Makes them look fuzzy.
texture, fluffy.
Gives them some fluff. So now I've got some little black dress on here. And I'm just gonna give them a little leg. All right, now for the sheep's head. Maybe a little bigger.
That sheep is so cute.
There we go, bam. And then I'll wipe, once that's dry, I'll wipe that chalk off where I didn't
sheep.
go.
And then you can come back in with some light gray and shade
It's super fluffy and fat with a tiny little head.
It's not been sheared.
I feel like it makes it look really fuzzy.
So the trees I'm doing very similar to the bushes. And I'm coming in, I've got apothecary loaded on my brush. Oops, got chips coming off. Fancy farm girl, and I'm just randomly coming in, and I feel like it gives them more of a natural look. And then I'm coming in with a little bit of brown. I'm just doing some skinny little trunks.
Uh-oh, that blade got out of control.
It's a fat blade.
We'll probably be doing more of these so that we can practice, but like I said, this is the first we've ever done, so don't be scared to just go get some paint and start drawing a landscape on your dresser. It's fun, it's super fun.
So, clouds.
Just make them fluffy, like loose, fluffy.
Yeah.
Maybe add a little gray through the center, you know.
Well, I'm gonna do the base and then I'll come back.
They're like
to it.
rain clouds, right?
Yeah. Simple. You can see, and you want to be able to see some of the blue through the clouds.
All right, so we're pretty much done with the front. I don't know that we can mess it up anymore. We're gonna go ahead and do the sides and finish those real quick, and then we'll show you what it looks like when we're all done.
All right, I've got 220 sandpaper. I'm just gonna go over the whole piece, soften up some of these lines, and add a little chippy distress.
All right, so we've got DIY clear wax. We're just gonna apply that liberally on here onto this masterpiece.
I think it turned out pretty cute, but you don't want to do it so liberally that it's like waxy. A little goes a long way.
Yeah.
All right, so our dresser is all finished. It was actually harder than I thought it would be.
Yeah, we had some learning curves. The sheep were the easiest thing to do.
And I actually think the barn was pretty easy too.
Yeah, I think our composition will get better once we practice, like, meaning everything's kind of just thrown on here.
Whatever, we did awesome. It was actually really fun, and I think somebody is gonna love this amazing dresser. It's really got a folk art, like Americana, like, you know, the great lands of America kind of, I don't know.
Well, we nailed chippy on it, that's for
And
sure.
it's super chippy, and it's a beautiful dresser. We have all the original hardware. We put that back on there. And we didn't want to do anything crazy because we didn't want to take away from the piece, so the original hardware is perfect.
Yes, this is not crazy.
To achieve this painting on here that we did and get this look, you're going to want to use White Swan, Petticoat Pink, Little Black Dress, Apothecary, Fancy Farm Girl. Is that it?
I don't know, I think I'm on like 7 things.
Hold on. White Swan, Little Black Dress, Petticoat Pink, Fancy Farm Girl, Layered Chocolate.
Don't forget the layered chocolate.
And
It's
layered
a great brown.
Yeah, layered chocolate on the bottom is what we used for all like the tree trunks and stuff. And then we made a bunch of different shades with those colors. You can buy all those colors and more at jamirayvintage.com. Don't forget to watch the first video, which is part 1. That will put that link so you can watch that just to see how we got the base coat down. We did all that with milk paint. I actually think that was easier because that was something a little bit more familiar. I like stepping outside of my comfort zone. Comment below with different looks you'd like to see us practice on. We're willing to try.
It says in our about section on our YouTube channel, we'll try anything with furniture at least once.
At least one time. As long as it fits my design profile, like what I like. But
Yeah, we probably won't go like super modern, like concrete slabs, stuff like that.
Or if you need it to be perfect and not distressed, I can't do that.
I can, but I don't like it.
Hit that notifications button, share this video with all your friends who love painted furniture or who are into farmhouse design. Be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more
DIY.